What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get started real quick on this one, not waste any time. I'm going to give you 10 reasons why the Fujifilm X-T3 is my favorite camera. Starting at number 10, 26.1 megapixels is the most perfect area of megapixels that you could handle. We always say 20 to 24 is like the perfect sweet spot. It's more than 20. It's just a little bit more than 24, and it's in between anything above. Super perfect spot for megapixels. I have a 40 megapixels camera, and when you take the pictures, I have a Fujifilm XT-3. When you put the pictures side by side, you literally can't tell the difference in the actual pictures. So if I took the same picture with both cameras, I couldn't look at the pictures and tell you that this one was taken with the 40 megapixels. The only time that you will notice a difference is when you're cropping in or zooming in on the pictures or whatever, in the picture, the megapixels begin to break down. I don't do much cropping, so 26.1 megapixels is literally the perfect sweet spot for me. Perfect, 26.1. Number 9, the size is perfect. This is literally the only camera that I've ever had that I felt was just perfect in multiple areas. Looks good. The size is not too small. It's not too big. The grip is absolutely perfect. This was the camera that got me out of DSLR because I was the lover of DSLR. To me, the only thing that I ever wished about DSLR is the fact that I wish they did have a silent mode. Other than that, I didn't care about anything else. That was perfect. This was the camera that got me out of that mode and absolutely love it. So the size is perfect. I feel like it's perfect in every area. Number 8 is the autofocus speed. For area autofocus, around, I think it's 117 focus points. And for a single point, it's 425 focus points, which is more than enough. There are cameras that have a lot more focus points than that. I don't particularly need it. I feel some type of way about people that feel like you need 4,000, 5,000 focus points. It gets to a point where I start to question whether or not you are a photographer, or how do you call yourself a photographer. But that's another video, but let's keep it real. When you get above so many things that your camera can do for you on its own, you're not a photographer, you're basically just a driver. Facts. Number 7, I can use this camera for street photography. I can use it for sports photography. I can use it for portraits, or I can even slap a battery grip on it and use it for a wedding. Where is my... So this is with the battery grip. Absolutely perfect. So I can literally use that camera for anything, and at the same time I'm adding battery power, because that's the only con to a Fujifilm camera that I can just recognize off the bat. And I say that the battery life is a con because my Olympus camera, for example, I can leave the house and not have to carry a battery with me, or that's not a big deal. So perfect camera. Number 6, the camera is weatherproof, so it's protected from dust, moisture, is usable in light rain without worrying about damage. I wouldn't submerge it. I wouldn't jump in the swimming pool with it. But, occasionally I'm out in rain. I've done some rain photography before. And seemingly, even though it was raining hard, just the way that I used the camera really didn't even get wet. It's literally like it was raining around the camera. I didn't really get wet. I have a video on that, but I think during that video I was using a Nikon. But same thing applies here. Weatherproof, you can't beat that. Number 5, it has dual card slots. So definitely for if you're going to be doing wedding photography or anything that you feel is important where you need backup photos, you definitely want the dual card slots. If I do have a camera that has a single card slot, I'll have it with me as kind of a secondary camera to do certain things or whatever. But the main thing is I do want the dual card slots. And that's one of those things where I picked up on other people saying it. And in real time, when I saw potential for a problem during a shoot one time, I realized that, yeah, it's kind of good to have that. So the dual card slots. Number 4, film simulations. You can say what you want to say about them, but I don't want to edit every fucking photo. To me, if I shoot JPEG and RAW and none of the JPEGs are usable, I don't want that camera. I shot a wedding and some of the pre-wedding stuff or whatever. I was using Fujifilm Across or whatever. And to me, that was just one of my favorite pictures. It was one of the bride's favorite pictures or whatever. This is the picture right here. She absolutely loved the picture. That picture was straight out of the camera, untouched. I feel like if you have a camera, even if you just love shooting in RAW, if you can't use some of your JPEGs, I don't want that camera. So Fujifilm definitely, to me, has some of the best JPEGs that you will ever find in a camera. So that's number 4. Number 3, Fujifilm holds values that rivals any other brand. So uh, particularly almost any Fujifilm has increased in value, especially over the last few years because of TikTok, Instagram, and all that stuff, but whatever. But if I want to trade my Fujifilm camera in and get another, I'm going to get good trade-in value for it and, to go towards the purchase or exchange of another camera or whatever. So you just can't beat that. I feel confident buying a used Fujifilm camera. I deal with MPB.com a lot and know that if I want to turn around, trade it in and get something else, I'm going to get pretty good value for it towards whatever my next purchase is. Number 2, the accessories are unlimited. On this one, got the square lens hood. This is on the 27 millimeter, the TT Artisan 27 millimeter. The black thumb grip, just a strap. And with the other one, I got the red thumb grip, the red, soft shutter release, battery grip. There's also like another grip that's not the actual battery grip. It's just a beautiful camera. Adding accessories like this kind of fills the need for still giving me a DSLR feel for when I want to. I kind of like the fact that without it, it has enough grip that I don't need it. But if I want to, I can go that route. So I feel like it's perfect because it's almost like having 2 cameras in one with the ability just to customize it, which is great. The number one thing that makes this my favorite camera is it's a flagship camera. Although it's 2018, it still competes and still gets all of the updates that Fujifilm releases or whatever. And the specs are good enough to understand why it was a flagship. So what I've learned is I bought all of the stuff that most people on YouTube, the content creators, said that I needed. And what I found is I gravitated back towards something more in the middle of the sweet spot, the sweet range, whether it be megapixels, or specs. Specs are not the biggest thing for me. It's about me being able to use the camera for a variety of things for what I need. I feel like we've gotten, basically just ridiculously out of the realm of photography with all of the stuff that content creators are saying that we need for cameras when we really don't need it. So I found myself selling off all the stuff that I previously bought going back to a more basic approach. My lineup is I have two Fujifilm XT3s. Not sure what I did with the other one. But I have two. So this is basically like my wedding setup, or if I'm doing a more professional shoot or whatever. I know there's always an argument or whatever about full frame versus APS-C, but that's an argument that I don't care to participate in. Because when it comes to low light performance, the camera is absolutely ridiculous. I've shot in pitch black conditions. When it comes to noise or whatever in your images, to me, Fujifilm has the prettiest noise that you could ever find in a camera. So noise isn't a bad thing when it comes to Fujifilm, because I've seen other brands and other cameras where I understand what you're saying about the noise. But with Fujifilm, haven't found that a problem. With the XT3, definitely haven't found that to be a problem. So, the camera is great. But those are my reasons why the Fujifilm XT3 to me is the perfect camera. Go ahead, hit that like button. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Ron's Classic Travel Photography. Peace.